So today, I'd love for us to have two blocks or something like blocks. Yeah, you can use those video sets or whatever, or two cushions. Just something that will bring the floor higher to you. And also a strap or something like a strap. Hi, Juanita. Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it looks like it's sunny everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So have two blocks and a strap. And you might like, if you're chilly, you might like to have a blanket to start. We're going to start in restorative bridge pose today. So if you're chilly, you can cover yourself with a blanket in restorative bridge. I'm going to mute us all. So you can get comfortable in a seated position and just have your blocks and your strap, maybe your blanket nearby. And let's bring the palms together at heart center. And gently closing the eyelids, letting the sitting bones ground. And imagining that your spine is getting longer, taller. And gently deepening your breath. Acknowledging any effort that it may have taken in arriving here today. Any thoughts that might be passing through. Setting any intentions that might be existing for this practice today. Bowing the head to honor yourself, this opportunity to practice together. And releasing your intentions and your hands. And you can release the cushion if you're sitting on one. We'll come into restorative bridge pose. So you can lay down on your back. Letting the knees be bent. And let's start small. So maybe starting with the block at the lowest height. And just lifting the hips and tucking the block underneath the sacrum. Make sure that it's comfortable. If you'd like to, you can jut your heels out a tiny bit so that your knees fall a little bit towards each other. And relax the shoulders down the back a little bit and let the arms rest by the sides, palms facing up. And just notice, are you comfortable? If there are little areas that aren't comfortable, what can you adjust to make it really relaxing, comfy, cozy? You can even cover the body with a blanket. Let's take a few slow breaths here, and then we'll relax fully in this pose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, filling belly, ribs, and chest on your inhale. On your exhale, see how slowly you can let the breath out. Whenever you're ready, you can let the breath relax. You might notice little shifts or changes. This is an inversion, so you're a little bit upside down. Taking any events of the week and letting them go. Resetting. You can change the height of the block if you like. And we'll rest here for another minute or so. And begin to deepen your breath again. When you're ready, you can lift the hips and take the block out from underneath you. And allow your back to rest on the floor. And draw the knees into the chest. Notice where the breath is able to reach in the body, even with the knees hugged in. Keeping the knees together, let them fall to the right. You can hold them down with your right hand and reach your left arm away. Allow your head to spill to the left, sending a few slow breaths into this twist in the belly. See if there are little places that you can relax more, soften. Other side, passing through center. Knees fall to the left. Right arm reaches away, head spills to the right. Again, notice what you can let go of more. Drawing the knees into center. Tucking the nose towards the knees. On an inhale, bring your feet to the ground, reach your hands over the head and lift the hips into bridge. On your exhale, lower it down, hug the knees into the chest, hug the nose. Like a big wave. The next time that you come into bridge pose, let's stay here, but let the arms come down and scooch your shoulders in towards your spine. Maybe interlace the hands if they touch. Press down through your arms and your feet to lift the hips. In what places is your breath able to reach now? Sensations will build. Let's take 2 more breaths here. On an exhale, release the hands and arms and let the body relax down. And draw each knee towards each armpit and roll the ankles. Start to direct your breath into the hip sockets. And flex your feet and hold on to the outside edges of your feet. You can always stay here with the hands on the knees. Or coming into happy baby, hold on to those edges of the feet. Let the feet come up towards the sky. Let your knees come out on the side of the rib cage. Notice where the breath is able to expand and find space. What are you able to soften and release? See if you can relax the shoulders and the tip of the tongue. And if you'd like to, you can start to rock this side to side. And allow yourself to play with it. Maybe one leg straightens a little bit, and then the other. And start to lift the head And straighten both legs out into a V. You can hold the backs of the thighs or big toes. Good. Keep the head lifted. Bring the soles of the feet together, drawing the toes towards the head. You can even take the arms through the legs. Good. Slowly roll the spine and the head down. Keep the soles of your feet together as they lower all the way down, knees resting out to the sides. You can let the hands rest anywhere on the body. They can also help to hold up the legs a little bit. We'll just be here for a couple breaths. Good. Take your right knee and draw the right knee all the way over to the left and begin to roll to your left side. Good. And just press up enough on the hands so that you're in a twist here. The knees are to the left and you're facing towards the back of the mat. Good, and you might like being on the hands or you might prefer to be down on the forearms. Either way, just imagine that your spine is lengthening from tailbone to crown. Maybe you can even find more space in the spine with your breath. Let's inhale together here. Exhale out through the mouth. Come up onto the hands if you are on the forearms. And let's switch sides. Letting the knees fall to the right. Facing the back of the mat. Let's inhale together. Exhale through the mouth. When you're ready, you can release into tabletop. And you can shift so that you're facing forward. And then sink your sitting bones back towards your heels in child's pose and stretch your arms and hands forward. Tuck the chin, let your forehead rest on the earth. On your next inhale, gaze forward, lifting the head. And exhale, release. Let's take both of our blocks and bring them forward. You can hold on to them with both hands. And we'll come into a tabletop-like position, hands underneath each shoulder. And step your right foot forward, bending into that right knee. And so you're welcome to have the blocks be any height. So you might like them to be even higher. And we're just going to play with this a little bit by coming forward on the inhale. And then sinking the hips back, the front knee will come towards straight on the exhale. So just moving with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good, and then let's pause in the lunge position. So make sure that your ankle is right underneath your knee. You can always inch your blocks a little bit closer so that they're underneath the shoulders. Elbows can even be bent a little bit, or you might be more comfortable here. Just find that position that feels right for you. And this whole left psoas and thigh are opening. Maybe lift the heart slightly. Good. If you want to, you can imagine that your knees are drawing towards each other, lifting the pelvic floor, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to the blocks. And shift your sitting bones back. As you reach the sitting bones back, lengthen your spine, pouring the head and the heart over the front leg. Again, you can always inch those blocks back so they're under the shoulders. Inhale, walk the blocks forward. Inch your right foot a little bit farther to the right, a little bit farther out to the side. And then lay your blocks down to the inside of that front foot. And then you can come down either onto the forearms or onto the hands. We're just getting a little bit deeper into this right hip. And your right knee might even fall out to the side a little bit. Good, everyone. Couple deep breaths here. Take a deep inhale with me. Sigh it out. Inhale, come up onto the hands if you were low. Exhale, scooch it back. Walk your blocks back. And sink, child's pose. Arms can stretch forward like before, or they can rest back by the heels. On an inhale, lifting the gaze. Exhale, take the blocks. Left foot steps forward. On an inhale, you bend into that front knee, lunging forward. Exhale, shift the hips back, gently folding. The next time that you come forward into the lunge, let's stay here. Just adjust your front foot so that the ankle is underneath the knee. And then find that spot where it's most comfortable to have your blocks. Maybe lifting the heart slightly. Stay here or imagine that your knees are drawing towards each other. Lifting the pelvic floor. Inhale, reach the arms out and out. And on an exhale, let the arms open wide, coming back to the blocks. Good, shift those sitting bones back, straightening the front leg, lengthen your spine, bowing head and heart over the leg. On an inhale, walk the blocks forward, bending the front knee. And just inch this left foot a little farther to the left. And bring your blocks to the inside of that front foot. Again, you might like to be here nice and high, or you might like to lay the blocks down and come down onto the forearms. And this left knee might fall a little bit to the left. That's okay. Lengthen through the spine, couple deep breaths. Where are you finding space? Where are you releasing tension? Inhale with you. Sigh it out. Slowly releasing out, nice and easy. Let your knees open wide. Sink it back. Last child's pose. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale, tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhaling into sway backed cow. Exhaling into rounded cat. I'm coming into neutral tabletop. Let's take the strap and we'll come into rabbit pose. So you can just have your strap folded in maybe 4 or folded in half. And you can interlace your hands behind you if they reach, or just hold on to the strap behind you, gliding those shoulders back and down as you reach the strap away. And you might prefer to stay right here, standing on the shins, or you can slowly come into rabbit. So very slowly, you're going to reach your sitting bones back, keeping your balance, and very, very lightly, you can rest the crown of the head on the floor, but most of your weight is shifting back a little bit just to keep it really subtle today. So there's not a lot of weight on the head. Reaching the arms away from the back. Good, and see if you can come up without the hands. So lean the sitting bones back a little bit and slowly roll it up. Good, reach those hands away from the back. And let it go. Beautiful. Release your blocks off to the side. Make sure that your blanket is nearby. Come lying onto the back. And bring your strap over your right foot. And we're just going to take a few side to side motions with the leg. So holding the strap with your right hand as it reaches out to the right. And as you pass through center, you can switch, holding the strap with the left hand. The foot comes to the left as your right arm reaches away. Good. Just a few, side to side. Good, bring the foot up to the sky, walk your hands up the strap, folding the nose towards the leg. And lower your spine down, release the strap, and lower this right leg all the way to the earth. Nice and long. Left foot steps into the strap, side to side. And just fully unwinding. Bringing out any stress in the spine. And bring it to center, walk the hands up the strap, folding. And lower the spine, release the strap. Lower this left leg all the way down. Nice and long. Hug both knees into the chest. Just lengthening your lower back against the earth. And then let your legs release into Shavasana Pose. So all the way out long, slightly separated. You can cover the body with a blanket. And just make sure that your sacrum is comfortable on the floor. You can always place a pillow underneath the knees. Just puts a little bit less pressure on the back if you have a pillow under the knees. And then you can glide your shoulder blades down the back and a little bit inward towards your spine on each side. And then the palms of the hands will naturally face up towards the sky. Let your head relax against the earth. Imagine the weight of your brain is sinking towards the back of the skull. And the weight of the eyes sinking towards the back of the eyes. And let the tongue widen and relax in the mouth. Allow the dome of the mouth to gently release and rise. Allow all of the skin on the forehead to soften. Imagine it spreading open towards the temples. And get a little bit heavier, resting into the back of the body. Almost as if you are sinking below all of our worldly matters, all of the thoughts, all of the words, all of the effort. It's like we're taking a moment to rest and sink beneath it all. Nice and cozy. We'll rest here for several minutes. Beginning to deepen your breath. You can roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And slowly letting the head come up last. You can make your way to seated. And bringing the palms together at your heart, we return to where we first began. Acknowledging any effort it may have taken in arriving in this moment. Any thoughts that might be passing through. Remembering your intentions. And then giving any gratitude that might be circulating. Anything you feel grateful for. When you're ready, you can reach the arms up over the head like you're sending this gratitude, acknowledgement, awareness out. And then honoring all that exists inside, bringing the hands back down to the heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all for coming today.